So over the past few days and weeks, I've been getting a lot of questions on social media, from Facebook to Instagram to Twitter. People are wanting to know what to do with their finances as it relates to this coronavirus situation. So what we've done is we've compiled some of the most common questions, and we're putting them together, and we'll do our best to answer them in this video. All right, so question number one, I got this one on Instagram. They asked, when is a good time to invest in the market again? And this is something I actually get asked a lot lately. We all know that if you want to do well with your investments, you buy low and you sell high. Well, the stock market is low right now. So investing while it's low can help you sell high later, and you can get a good return. So people are wanting to know, when is a good time to get in? When is the bottom? Well, here's the truth. I don't know when the bottom is, and anybody who tries to tell you if they know where the bottom is lying, because nobody knows. This is how you determine when it's a good time to invest for you. It's based on your financial plan. Yes, personal finances are personal, so it's based on your personal goals. Do not try and invest in the market again by taking money from your emergency fund and not having anything liquid there. Do not try to invest in the market again if you're not willing to see maybe that market volatility continue and the value to go down a little bit, because that could happen as well. Really, you want to make sure that your financial goals are being met by looking at your financial plan. And if your financial plan says, yes, if you have excess cash, you should be investing it, then invest. That is how you determine a wise approach to when you should get back into the market. All right, so this question came to me on Instagram, and it said, how long should I keep my money in the market? It depends on your financial plan. If you're an older person who's in retirement, you need to maintain liquidity. Having that money available there now and getting income from that money is very important. And that means you might be pulling it out and putting it into bonds or something else. But if you're younger and you're not anywhere near the age of retirement, pulling money out may not be the wisest thing, because again, we want to buy low and sell high. If you pull the money out, that means you're selling when things are low, and that's not super wise either. Now here's the thing. There's a lot of fear that's related to the market volatility. Don't let the fear lie to you. The reality is our stock market, our businesses, our economy isn't going to completely collapse. And anybody who tries to tell you that is not somebody that you want to be taking advice from. If all of that happens, if things completely collapse, pulling your money out is going to be the least of your worries. There's going to be all kinds of other things that you're going to want to protect and care for with your family. So don't worry about that. What you need to worry about is your financial plan, your goals. A good financial plan will stress test against down times in the market like we're experiencing now. So your financial plan could have already accounted for a down market like this, and you could be fine. But again, if you're at a different stage or place in your life, your financial plan could tell you, hey, if a down market happens, it's time to move. So consult your financial plan and your financial advisor. All right, I got this question on Facebook. When will things be normal? Well, man, your guess is as good as mine. And that word normal is up to you. What's normal to you may be not normal to your neighbor, right? You guys have different definitions of normal. But as it pertains to finances, when can we expect things to be normal? You know, there's a lot of prognosticators out there who are trying to guess when things will come back, when things won't. In my opinion, things will start to get normal or get on the track to normal whenever there's a cure for this coronavirus. If there is vaccines that get released, or at least some medication that we know for sure is helping people in mass, that will be a huge indicator to help us determine when things will start to get on the normal side. Now, our government has done a lot to step in and try and speed up the recovery. And if I look back to 2008 recession and even back to 9/11 when we were dealing with some financial stuff, a lot of this stuff is similar. The difference between what's happening now and what happened then is the speed at which things are happening. Things are happening way quicker on every single level. So I would expect things will get back to normal quicker than most think, and the triggering thing would be when there's a cure. All right, this question came to me on Facebook. They said, hey, I lost my job, but what assistance is being offered? And when can I expect the job market to get back to normal? Well, man, my first thing is, if you've lost your job and you're listening to this, my heart breaks for you. The number of unemployment claims, we set a gigantic record. I think back in the recession in 08 and 09, it was around 600,000 was the record in 1 week. Yet a couple weeks ago, we had millions of people file for unemployment. It was a gigantic number, and that's sad. So if you've lost your job, the first thing I want you to hear is, I'm sorry, and that's terrible. The good news is the government has stepped in to try and help. There has been a stimulus package that was released, and if you have not already seen, we wrote a blog about all the details in that stimulus package, including, but not limited to, some of the details about unemployment. Now, a portion of that CARES Act, the stimulus, was for, again, people who are unemployed. And the way that it helps you if you have lost your job is that it's waived a couple of things that can prevent some people from getting unemployment, meaning more people are going to qualify for unemployment. In addition, it's waived some of the things that prevent people from getting unemployment for an extended period of time. Now there are some things that are put in place that will allow you to get that employment check longer. And another thing that the stimulus has provided for people that lost their job is additional money on the unemployment. So the way unemployment works is you typically only get a percentage of what your income used to be. Well, the stimulus is adding additional money on top of that. So if you've lost your job, filing unemployment may be a good thing for you. The stimulus has made it easier to qualify for unemployment, made it easier for your unemployment checks to continue to come in for a longer period of time, and the stimulus has increased the amount of money that you would be getting on those unemployment checks. Okay, so I have 2 questions here. I'm going to combine into one. I got these on Instagram. The questions are, how many businesses will close? And the other question was, what is the best way to support local businesses during this time? I don't know how many businesses are going to close, but it's glaringly obvious that this coronavirus thing has exposed a weakness in our personal and business finances. We typically, as a society, do not have enough money saved. We don't have enough cash set aside for when things go bad. And if that's one thing that we can learn, we should start acting on that now. Save, save, and save. Everybody should have at least 3 to 6 months of expenses saved in a liquid savings account or a good high yield savings account. And this goes for businesses as well. Sadly, the businesses that don't have money set aside are going to be more susceptible to closing, and businesses that require or businesses that are in need of us to go there actually physically, those ones are going to be at risk even more. So how can we support some of these businesses? What are the best things that we can do? Well, on retail establishments like restaurants and coffee shops and things, look into buying gift cards. Gift cards are a great way to give them money in cash now that can be used later. I think that calling all of your favorite restaurants, your favorite coffee shops, your favorite local businesses to see if they have gift cards that you can buy and start giving away as something that it would be a huge way to support these businesses. Okay, so I got this question on Instagram in a direct message. I love this question. This is what I want to end this video with. It reads like this: how are some people not stressing out about money during this time? I want that. Man, that is such a great question. When the economy is going well, when things are all good, when money is just flowing in, it's easy to spend it as it goes in. But all too often, people are not taking some of that money and saving. I strongly believe that the people who are not stressing about money right now are those people who have a habit of taking a portion of their income and saving it every single time. We know that you should have an emergency fund of at least 3 to 6 months of your expenses set aside. That will eliminate a lot of stress. But also, having the habit of every time you have income, you take a portion of it and save, that too will make it so the next time something unexpected, the next time a financial hardship comes your way, you too will appear a little more stress-free during this time because you will worry less about what's going to happen with your finances. So these are just a few of the questions that I've received on social media. If you would like to ask questions, feel free to follow me on Instagram at Grant Botma. I have a public profile that's easy for you to follow. I'm showing up there every day with a post, and I am putting in Instagram stories where I talk about finances. And you can get your questions answered through my posts, or you can send me a direct message, and I may add that question to one of these videos in the future, or maybe one of my Instagram posts in the future.